Wrestling DC and playing golf.
That was the fun. I go in to pummel him just messing around while he's holding a golf club, and you just feel, you're like, oh my gosh.
He's a bear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, DC's a bear. Two-division champion, man.
You're almost like you're playing with him, but you get scared. It was like I was with Bas. When you introduced me to Bas, you got me to Bas. When I met Bas, I remember I first it was just the King of Queens started, and I was like, we could have this guy come and train us. This guy that we used to watch,
Yeah.
What was it on?
Pancrase.
Pancrase.
Yeah.
And he had the high boots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, whoa, man, we can get this guy to the to our dressing room, and we could work out with him. I had a little space on the set where we would train, and I brought him in that first day, and he couldn't even speak English. It was me and Rock, and I think my brother was there, and I'm talking to him and trying to keep the conversation going, like that. And he's just sitting here, like he doesn't even know what's going on, really, just looking at me. And then those guys left the room. And I felt like I was in the room with like a leopard, like where you go, where your feet, as long as you're feeding it conversation stuff, it's okay, keeps eating it, and then it looks at you again. He was just looking at me, and I ran out of conversation. I'm like, all right, so, and he's just looking at me, and I'm like, this is a different human in front of me,
Especially back then.
Oh, gosh, things could go bad.
Yeah, Bas was a scary dude.
Dude.
In his fighting days. He was the first guy that the UFC hired that I got excited about.
Right.
Because he was a guy that I knew who he was, because I had seen him fight in Pancrase, and he was one of the very first high-level strikers that made it into MMA, that Dutch kickboxing style.
With this here,
Oh,
right?
yeah. In Pancrase, you'd have to hit with the palms. And Bas figured out that instead of bitch slapping people, you just spear them with your palm like a punch.
Spear him, and he would say he would hit this part of the wrist. He would say, as opposed to even the palm.
He'd hit the bone.
His bone. And he would just work the bag.
Yeah, he worked the bag with his palms to develop that power. And he had this crazy ability to pull his hand back.
Ugh.
Like his hand, like my hand doesn't really go much back further than that, but Bas's hand goes way back like this.
Yeah. But he's got these freaky long fingers.
Crazy hands.
Weird.
Yeah.
He's a weird.
He's a real freak.
Every injury I have to this day, from turf toe and everything, came from him. Because he's the greatest guy in the world, by the way. Once we got to know each other, and
he's awesome.
He's one of my best friends, and we threw mats in my garage in Encino, I remember, and he would come over and train me, and we would start on our knees and stuff like that. And I remember one time. We would just start on our knees, and we were locked up. And I remember I out-muscled him, and I pulled him to the side. And then 2 seconds later, he reversed me. I was like, whoa, but I got him right there. It was pretty sick, And the next go we had it, he goes, you don't have it. He rolled me back, and I heard a pop. And I thought it was my knee, but it was my toe, my big toe.
Oh, no, turf toe.
Still here. Still.
Really?
Yeah. Never got rid of it.